Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna. For those of you who are new here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. In today's video, I was tagged by Poet Spice to show my crafting coloring book area, and if that is of interest to you, please stay tuned. Okay, so I'm thinking this should be a fairly short video. My space that I'll be showing you isn't very big and I don't have a tripod, so I will try to keep the shaking at a minimum and go slowly, because I know that when people are doing these kind of handheld videos, I can get a little bit dizzy if it goes too quickly. But this is my desk. I'll kind of show you. And so this is my usable space. And so this is my desk area that if I want to color, I want to craft, I want to play with makeup, if I want to watch my iPad, if I'm working from home, this is the space I have. It goes, I think, about 26 inches across by about 20 high. So it's not that big. So whenever I'm doing something, if I want to, or whenever I'm doing something, and then at the end of the evening, I need to be aware of, okay, am I working from home tomorrow? Do I need to clear my desk? Because I can't keep a lot of stuff out here. Now, right in front of me, and I don't have the big lights on, but I think the lighting is okay. That's one of the lights that I use when I'm filming. It actually hurts my eyes, but I try to reduce the shadows as much as possible. I really thought about cleaning this up and making it look all spiffy and whatnot, but yeah, this is real life and this is what I look at and deal with every day. And so here, that's my old phone there. I've just got some junk by the light. I have some crayons that I rarely use. Sometimes when I'm feeling a little queasy or after dinner, I like to eat Mentos mint type of gum. Those are some keychains, the little tassel things right over there that I had in my shop. In that cubby right there, that's super messy. It's just a bunch of supplies that I would use for my Etsy shop. There's some fine liners. There's a Arch and Olive box full of some Amazon basic pencils. There's the Sharpies on top of that, watercolor pens, and then some glitter gel glue that I got from Target that I'm still testing. On that shelf right there, that's where I house all of my alcohol markers as well as my color pencil sets. Let me see if I can kind of get you in there. And so because you have to have your alcohol markers on its side, that's where the two on the left-hand most side is. And then my brother actually bought me some alcohol markers from Tombow. I'll show you that in a bit. Hey guys, editing Johanna here. So I'm watching and editing the video that I just filmed, and I realized I actually didn't talk about these. So he discovered that Tombow sells alcohol markers. I don't know that I knew that. And so he said he would buy me a set. And of all the ones I chose the gray set. Now it actually came in a cool little tray, but as you can see, I don't really have the space for that, but this is where those makeup brushes were in. It's Morphe 2, and so I put the makeup brushes up in the container because these do need to stay horizontal and the makeup brushes are fine vertically, and that's where I have them in here. It's clear so I can see it. I'm actually thinking about getting a set on my own. They do run $70 for 12 on the Tombow site. When I looked on Amazon, you can actually get them cheaper. I think on Joann.com they were cheaper. Joann's will ship to me. Amazon will not. I don't know why some alcohol markers they'll ship to me and some they won't, but this is not one of the ones that they will. So next time Tombow does have a sale, sometimes they run 20 or 30% sales for specific reasons, then I might get me another set. There's like a floral set that's really cool. I did want to keep these separate from my water-based Tombos because I use my Tombos not only for crafting and coloring, but I also use them for work. So I don't want to mix up my alcohol markers and my water-based. Plus, these need to be horizontal, but they just get stuck right there. But I did want to show you these. And yeah, I thought it was interesting that I chose the gray set, but I use a lot of gray when I'm using my alcohol markers, and so I thought, well, if he's going to buy them for me, then that's the set that I want. But yeah, back to the video. That middle case that you see is I think that's my, okay, well, it's either my Prismacolors or it's my Brutfuners. In one or the other. I can't remember which it is. In that box right there, that's where I have my Posca pens, my Archer and Olive acrylographs. I believe I have 6 of those. And then my metallic gel pens. And then in this case right here, this is where I have my Derwent Inktense that I just purchased. In that cubby right there, if I'm just watching my iPad, then I'll have my water on my desk. Otherwise, it actually sits to a small desk to the side of me, just because I don't like to have liquids when I'm coloring or even when I'm on my computer. In the cup there is some Amazon Basics. I watched a video by Emma Colors where she had hauled the new Astra colors from Poland, I believe, and she uses pastel colors a lot in her blending. So I thought, okay, well, let me try the Amazon Basics that I have. I am looking at either getting Holbein's or Marco's, but if these work for the blending and highlighting, then maybe I don't need to purchase anything new. I've got some washi in that box right there. Those are my mild liners, some white gel pens, and a brush that I use for coloring. That's my Doll 133 pencil sharpener. I do have some Walmart journals on the bottom, and then some not as used journals in the back there with my circle stencil. Sorry for that finger. This is really hard. So off the side here is my other lamp. Those are my Tombos, my pens, and my adhesive. Those are the 2 acrylic pencil or paints that I have, as well as my stickles and my eraser. And then if I come up here, in the back is just some inventory in that green bin, actually in both green bins that I used to have in my Etsy shop. That guy there with the antlers, I know he's from a cartoon my brother gave him to me. That's a Yoshi that my brother gave to me for, I think, Christmas. Some washi in the container. That's a wax seal, that brown thing. I don't have wax. I don't know why I have the seals, but I do. And then that's a candle that belonged to my sister. And that's the first shelf of books that I have. I'm thinking about doing a collection video as well as completed pages. I've actually only rediscovered coloring since January 2021, and that's everything I've accumulated so far, and I actually still have some coming in. So I think I might do a series on what I finished as well as what I have, and then I think it'd be interesting, at least for me personally, to see what it is that I've accumulated again at the end of the year. I really have minimal space, and so that bookshelf on the right there I think can fit a few more that I'm expecting, and then if I order any more, well, I mean, everything's full. On the left there with the pencil case, in the pencil case is the 2 fountain pens that I own, as well as fountain pens that my brother had left me. He said they are better stored on its side, so that's why they're in a case. I do have some happy notes there. I have happy notes in other places, so this isn't everything. The one there in the front with the peach rings is the one that I'm doing for my planner journal scavenger hunt, and then those are my most used journals. So they're just easy for me to get to, because when things are tucked away as they are, then I have to decide, well, what's the easiest thing for me to get to? I'm sorry if that light is super bright. Let me just kind of pan out. And then on the top of the shelf is just some sewing things. When I do some sewing, I've got some craft supplies and whatnot at the top there, some books from Book of the Month. I do have a backup of my Prismacolors when they got really cheap. I think my first set I was able to get for like $85, but that second set I was able to get for like $68. And so, as much as I like the Prismacolors, I honestly think I like the Brit Funners better. There is a 72 set of Brit Funners. I don't know if they're the same. I don't know why I didn't get another 120, because that's what I'm using right now. You see some snow globes that I got for Christmas a few years ago of Hedwig and Hermione. And the gray thing behind it is some stamps and some watercolor pencils. In that Winnie the Pooh Tupperware container are some punches, I think, that belong to my sister. And so, yeah. Oh, and those are makeup brushes. I meant to mention that. I've been getting a little bit more into makeup. I've always loved makeup, but once the pandemic hit, I just pretty much got rid of everything. But yeah, that's my space. It's really small. I know some people have rooms dedicated to their crafts and hobbies, and I have this little space right here where space is at a premium, but I do what I can. I do plan to declutter and give away some items to friends or maybe charity shops around the area. I also do plan to, sometime in life, do some destashes in my Etsy shop, but that's taking a little bit longer than I thought. Well, actually, no, I think I'm going to try to do a destash on my website. I might as well use it. I pay for it. But I do plan to do some coloring in Luna today, but I wanted to get this filmed before I forgot. And yeah, so I want to tag a few people in this as well. So I'm tagging Emma of Emma Colors 2020, Erica of Elm Colors, and they are in the coloring book community. But I'd also like to see your space from Susie of Susie's Cottage, as well as Tamika from Pastries, Pumps, and Pie, and Andy from It's Andy. Now, it's absolutely optional. You don't have to do this at all. But I always think it's really interesting to see the kind of setup that people are working with. Maybe you're like me and it's really tiny and very contained. Maybe you've got a lot bigger space and it's way more organized. I don't know, but that's me. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me for now. And as always, aloha.